Hello and welcome to Set for Smash, Moveset Concept, where we look at the legacy of video game characters and analyze how they would play in Super Smash Bros. Welcome to our second Moveset Concept on this special Fighter Pass, where we feature our first special guest and their character of choice. Hey, this is PizzaDudeManGuy. I've done Smash speculation videos and Moveset concepts on YouTube since 2009, and here is the character I've chosen for this Moveset concept. For my personal moveset concept, I went with the original King of Darkness himself, Ganon. Though most people are familiar with his human form, Ganondorf, Ganon is the original antagonist of the Legend of Zelda series. Ganon has had many adaptations throughout the Zelda series, though most people know him through the beast-like transformation of the Demon King, with this adaptation more inspired by the Link to the Past timeline. His presence throughout the Zelda timeline has been to take the power of the Triforce and claim the world as his own, but his plans have been thwarted by the many reincarnations of the wielder of the Triforce of Courage, Link. As there are many versions of Link in Smash, it wouldn't be impossible for there to be another Ganon to join the battle. Can this variant of power be on the same level as his counterpart in Smash? Let's find out. Beginning with the details, the series symbol would of course be the Triforce from the Legend of Zelda series. His height would be on par with other big boss heavyweights like Bowser. Stat-wise, Ganon is built like a final boss, being one of the heaviest fighters in the roster. Wielding the Triforce of Power gives Ganon an above-average defense, making it hard to knock him off the stage and having the highest knockback in the game, with some moves having insane kill potential at low damage. But it comes at the cost of below-average attack damage, so he doesn't have many high-damaging moves. Though Ganon hits like a boss, he moves like one too, with weak speed almost as bad as Incineroar and one of the worst jumps in Smash on par with Steve. When Ganon enters a stage, he rises from the ground cloaked in darkness, referencing the Game Over screen from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. For his taunts, his first taunt will have Ganon exhale from his snout, having steam appear. His second taunt has Ganon drape his cape over his body. He's been shown to do this in a few of his boss fights. And for his third taunt, he drags his foot into the dirt like he is about to charge at the player. On to the color palettes, his default design will have him in his original design based on Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds. Color palette 2 will make him dark green with a brown cape based on Ganon from Ocarina of Time. Color palette 3 will gray out his color palette, referencing the darker color of Ganon in Twilight Princess. Color palette 4 will turn him brown with a red, referencing the Japanese exclusive BS Link to the Past version of Ganon. Color palette 5 will make Ganon dark blue with a purple cape, referencing his design from Four Swords Adventures. Color palette 6 will make him light purple with a black cape, referencing Yuga Ganon from Link Between Worlds. Color palette 7 will give Ganon a purple and pink design, based off the Dark Beast Ganon from Breath of the Wild. Lastly, color palette 8 will be a black and red design, based on the Demon Dragon from Tears of the Kingdom. Time to wrap up the details with the victory animations. Ganon's first victory animation lets him claim the Triforce in hand and laughs, claiming his spoils of victory. Ganon's second victory animation has him spin his trident and then wields it while making a menacing pose, similar to the shadow form in Link's Awakening. And for his last victory animation, Ganon pumps out his chest and makes a blood-curdling roar at the sky. The screen then turns a dark red, showing only Ganon's silhouette, a complete recreation of Zelda 2's Game Over, truly showing the Dark King has risen once again, while his victory theme will be playing the Zelda series theme. Moving on to the standard attacks, for his jab he'll strike out his palm, releasing a wave of dark energy, similar to Ganondorf's jab animation. Ganon's dash will have him go on all fours and do a headbutt upward, ramming his foes with his tusks, referencing the fact that Ganon is a boar-like creature. His side tilt will have Ganon thrust his trident forward, with the tip dealing the most damage. Ganon's up tilt will be similar to Palutena's, only higher as Ganon isn't the best at limbo. Ganon's down tilt will be like King K. Rool's, except he'll send his foes upward instead of bury them. For Ganon's side smash, Ganon swings his trident in a downward crescent, referencing his attack from the Oracle games. His up smash will have Ganon swing his trident around himself, similar to the Lionels found in Breath of the Wild. For Ganon's down smash, he stomps both feet on the ground. Ganon's standard aerial will have him slowly spin his trident with one hand in front of himself a couple times, leaving some of his body open for attack. His forward aerial will also be an upward crescent slash with the trident. While his back air, he'll turn and release dark energy from his trident-free palm. Ganon's up air will have him hold his trident with both hands and stab upward, while his down air will be a two-handed downward spear thrust, like Link's, but it does have a sweet spot strike. For their grabbing animations, he holds foes with one hand and jabs them by crushing them within his palm. His forward throw will be similar to Bowser's back in Melee. His back throw will have him toss his foe behind himself while dragging their face into the dirt. For his up throw, he throws his foe upward with his tusks. And for the down throw, Ganon slams his foe to the ground with one hand. Note, I should let you know that the tip of the trident does have the highest amount of damage potential, similar to Marth's tipping, meaning Ganon isn't the best when it comes to up-close combat, but by finding the perfect points of attack, you will feel like you truly wield the Triforce of Power. For Ganon's special attacks, for Ganon's standard special, he summons Blazing Bats. Ganon twirls his trident above himself, summoning a fiery cyclone. When the attack is unleashed, it can fire up to 7 blazing bats as projectiles, doing small flinching damage similar to Ridley that goes in a random 5-row line. If you hold the charge, it can add flame damage to trident attacks. The Kirby hat will have him wear Ganon's helmet, along with his ears, tusks, and snout. For Ganon's side special, we like to call it the Shadow Trident. When you use this move, Ganon will throw his trident like a boomerang, trapping anyone caught in small flinching damage. You can angle the throw, but if you hold the B button down, the trident will spin in place, knocking opponents away. Ganon remains frozen in a pose while doing this, falling in the air. If attacked, the trident snaps back to him, and when B is released, or by pressing B again, Ganon will teleport to his trident in a blur, with the classic sound effect playing. For Ganon's up special, he'll take his weapon for a Trident Spin. When airborne, Ganon will spin his trident like a propeller, sending himself flying upward that can also be moved in an upward diagonal. For comparison, he can go twice as high than Link's up special, though this is probably a last-ditch effort to get back on the stage, as he'll go into free fall right after. When on the ground, Ganon swings his trident in a cyclone up to 3 times, sending foes flying, especially at the tip of the trident. This is inspired by how he uses his trident in Four Swords Adventures. And for Ganon's down special, he'll take a page from one of Ganondorf's attacks, more specifically, one of his most iconic appearances as he wields the Power Sphere. Ganon shoots a ball of energy from his palm. If on the ground, will fire forward, but in the air will be shot in a downward diagonal. This projectile has a unique trait compared to others, as the Power Sphere will bounce around the stage, ricocheting from the stage and platforms, so if anyone gets hit by the sphere, Ganon included, it will make a small electric explosion that will stun anyone near it. You can also detonate the sphere by pressing down B again, or it will go off on its own in around 10 seconds. Just know, this projectile can be deflected not just by counters, but also by perfectly timed hits, though that also means Ganon can also use this to his advantage, as it'll move faster every time the sphere is hit, referencing the confrontation against Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. For Ganon's final smash, he unleashes all of his power and lets out a massive roar that fires out a beam of energy in a downward angle, while he moves his head in an upward direction, causing the beam to move as well. Though it's similar to Samus and Dark Samus's final smash, its change in direction will catch foes by surprise, especially those up close towards the King of Darkness. With all this power unleashed, it makes sense to call his final smash Roar of Calamity. And with that, we have set for Smash, Ganon. Our Zelda lineup in Smash thus far has been the Triforce Trio with variants. However, Ganon's only playable form currently is the Captain Falcon-inspired Ganondorf, and that's such a veteran at this point, there's a lot of people who don't want an overhaul, yet there's also people like me who'd like to see a fully realized Zelda villain in Smash using all of their own powers. This concept kills 3 birds with 1 stone. We keep the Link, Zelda, and Ganon theme in Smash, we give Ganondorf a new playable form for the first time, and we get a fully unique, very important Zelda villain in SSB. I don't think this is necessarily a likely future addition, but it's an idea I'd really come to love. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out some of the other content here on the AngelStar channel, from reviews of games and anime, or a look back at obscure media. While you're at it, be sure to check out my For Smash videos on my YouTube channel. I've been PizzaDudeManGuy, and be sure to check out the next Moveset Concept.